All right, everyone. Greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. This is Brian Anderson, Stan Van Gundy, and Grant Hill here with me. And in a few moments, we'll hear from our reporter, Ali LaForce. Let's see some of the numbers here for Terry Rozier.
And his effective field goal percentage isn't in the best place right now. Over the last 5 games, he hasn't had much shot discipline. He'll be looking to play a lot smarter today.
And the starting lineup for Miami. Jovic and Bam play together inside. Hero is the 2 with Butler as the 3. And it's Richardson in at the point guard position. And for the Raptors, we've got Chris Boucher. Dick is out there with Emmanuel Quickly. Then it's R.J. Barrett, and it's Pirtle in at the 5, down low. And Stan, for those teams struggling out of the gate, how do these coaches approach it right now?
Well, look, I think what's important, Brian, when you're talking to your team is they need to understand what it takes to win, why we win, and why we lose, and you've got to play to those expectations, all right, and those demands. It's not early in the year as much the results. It's about what you're doing on the court, well or poorly.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Butler passes to Jovic. Hero outside. Lets it go from deep. Nails it from 3.
Well, there's the answer from Hero. One of the best from three-point range in the league.
And so Quickly will bring it up for Toronto. And only a handful of teams in the history of the NBA have done what these guys are doing right now. 20 wins in a row.
Well, of all the ways to establish yourself as a powerhouse, this may be the best way to do it, by going on a phenomenal streak and looking practically unbeatable. One thing you can tell right now, they are playing with swagger, a sort of poise that they're backing up with execution. Not easy to do.
Now here's Hero, coming in off a 14-point game last time out. Richardson, the pass to Hero. Oh, rejected by Pirtle. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And they recover it. 4 on the clock. And it's the Heat with the ball. Butler's got space. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim.
Yeah, Butler with the quick trigger there off the catch. Nicely done.
Well, Coach, the Heat have had some deep playoff runs recently, making the finals twice in 5 years.
Yeah, Brian, and what's really interesting is that they've only been higher than a 5 seed once in that span. They just hit a different gear in the playoffs.
Now here's Hero. Big-time contributor on offense, just over 22 points a game. Outside Dick. And again, Toronto with a triple.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Lets it go from the wing. It's rebounded by Barrett. Here's Toronto now. They're on a 14-5 run. Over Butler. And there's Barrett on the assist from Boucher. Boucher's got 3 assists tonight.
This has been just a dreadful start for them defensively. Not good at all.
Jovic shot is off. Toronto leading by 11. Let's send it out to Ali LaForce, who caught up with head coach Darko Rajakovic. Ali?
We talked about the task of facing Jimmy Butler, fiery wing. Coach said, you can talk about the scouting report all you want with Jimmy, but he brings the extra dimension. Butler has the attitude that is unmatched in the league. The passion of Jimmy Butler in full focus tonight, Brian.
All right, Ali, thanks once again. And so it's Eric Spoelstra with the timeout here. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. Abaji's checked in for Toronto. Rozier, he's checked in for Miami. And now a look at the toughest defenses around the league. Number 1, the Raptors.
Well, they allow the fewest points per game in the league. Sometimes that can be a factor of pace. But safe to say, when you're number 1, your team is elite at the defensive end.
And it's Rozier with the ball for the Heat. It's a 14-point game. Looking to win the run. There's the block. And they're able to recover. Butler passes to Rozier. Inside, Adebayo. Rebound Toronto. They're coming off that win against the Heat.
Sometimes it's difficult to get good looks on the road, but they ran the offense brilliantly.
Yeah, they had a good game plan, executed it well, and they didn't let the crowd affect them.
Their ability to space the floor has been the story of this game.
Yeah, we thought this might be the case. You see a few of those go through the net, it becomes contagious. Now, this hasn't been his quarter so far. He's really struggling to get going.
Hurdle with the bucket.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
Heat trail by 19. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Now here's Barrett. A 14-point game for him in the win against Miami. From downtown, they get it back. Jacks up a 3. And from the field after that one, 3 for 4 now.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
And Eric Spoelstra decides to call timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys.
There's no way coach likes this effort level. They need to refocus.
Yeah, you have to take a timeout in a situation like this. Stop the bleeding a bit and regroup.
Love is checked in for Bam Adebayo. Jaquez comes in for Jovic. And it's Robinson in for Jimmy Butler. Jaquez finds Rozier. To snap the cold streak. That's good. His first made shot in 3 attempts.
From distance, Rozier looking confident.
Toronto leading by 19. Here's Abaji. And the Raptors, another 3.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
2-second difference between shot and game clock. Hero for 3. Hurdle grabs a miss. Hurdle's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
Man, miss after miss for him. When you're having a quarter like this, the only beneficiary is the defense. They're not wasting any time putting their stamp on this game. What a start.
Yeah, but you can't let up at all. They've got a chance to put this game away early, and they should take it.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And so it's Toronto with a commanding 22-point lead going into the break. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. More 2K action in just a moment. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And let's take a moment here to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for Toronto.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And I've also really liked how aggressive they've been in the open floor. I mean, when they see a chance to push it, they go for it.
On the court for Miami here in the second. Rozier and Hero are the backcourt. Jaime Jaquez out there with Duncan Robinson. And it's Love in at the 5, roaming the paint. Coach, when you look at the best defensive teams, what's the balance between IQ, the smarts for the game, versus effort?
Well, Brian, it's both. You know, I mean, the effort is a given. You're not going to get anything done in the game without effort. But to be a good defensive team, you have to be smart. You have to understand your opponents, their tendencies, both as a team and as individuals. And if you do that, you can cover up for a lot in terms of just raw athleticism.
Now here's Hero. Not a lot of room. Pulls it. Mobo with the rebound.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
From deep, Mitchell. And again, Toronto with a triple.
They're simply not missing. Unreal.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, Jaime Jaquez Jr. was excited to join his favorite player, Jimmy Butler, on the Heat. He told me, I loved watching Jimmy because he's a complete player and he leaves everything on the floor. He's a winner, and that's the type of player I want to be. And for his part, Butler said he is so confident and he knows what it takes to win. Brian, there's no higher compliment.
You're right about that, Allie. Thanks.
They are really struggling to stop this run.
Well, this is a spot where you have to be able to go to your leaders. They need to step up and make a play to turn things around.
Mobo gets the bucket.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Count it. Good. Rozier's got 5 now.
And what I love about Rozier is his fearlessness as a scorer. Inside, outside, in between, it doesn't matter.
Pass to Boucher. Here's Mobo. Takes the 3. On target from range. Mobo's got 9 points in the quarter.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
Rozier, the pass to Love. Now Hero. Robinson with it. Outside Jaquez. Just 5 to shoot. Lets the 3 fly. And it's battle with a rebound. And here are the Raptors now. Really controlling it. An 18-2 run here. From deep, Mitchell. And again, Toronto with a triple.
12 consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
Pulls it from the top of the key. Hero with the bucket. Give him 8.
And Hero excels at that pull-up. It's a shot he has worked tirelessly on.
Boucher outside. From deep. 3 shots, 3 baskets. Great efficiency so far.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Hero for 3. Mobo with a rebound.
Started out strong from three-point land. Hit 2 in the first quarter, but he's gone dry since.
Here's Abaji. And the Raptors, another 3.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Pass to Love. It's hauled in by the Raptors. They went to Miami for their last meeting with the Heat. Came out with a victory.
They flat out dominated the last time these teams squared off, particularly on the glass.
Yeah, but they can expect a whole lot more resistance this time around. No team likes to lose a rebounding battle.
Rozier against Boucher. And again, no good by Miami.
He's been just a little off the mark tonight. Really the story of the game so far.
And that one's good. Mitchell.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
Here's Hero. Give him 8 points now. With the drive. And no good. The dry spell continues. The three from Mitchell. And the Raptors, another three.
And it hasn't just been their stellar offense. Their defense has been effective as well.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
Davion Mitchell, he's feeling it tonight. He's been the driving force for the Raptors. An insane quarter. No one could stop him. We'll be right back.
Fans, direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fans. Half-court shot. Drums, please. They're thinking about the shot. Give it up for the participants.
Howdy, folks. The moment you've been waiting for is here. Before we recap the first half, let's see what the standings look like in the East.
Taking a look at the Raptors, I had them as a top team before the season, and now I'm picking them to make the finals. Tell me I'm wrong, Kenny. You can't, because I'm right. 2 + 2 is 5.
And as much as it pains me, I have to agree with Big Fella.
And let's move on to that first half. Talk about a rough start for the Heat.
They don't want it enough. They're getting bodied up on the boards and doing nothing about it.
Yeah, they get bodied up on the scoreboard as well, Shaq. It may not be their only issue, but it's a big problem.
Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. Here's Quickly. We've got R.J. Barrett, Jakob Poeltl out there with Chris Boucher. Then there's Emmanuel Quickly, and it's Dick in a two-guard. That's the group starting the second half for Darko Rajakovic.
Hard to win games when you allow clean looks from the perimeter.
And so Hero will bring it up for the Miami Heat. Outside Richardson. Butler on the wing. Over Barrett. Misses off the right iron. Butler's gone 1 for 3 from the field here. Pass to Dick. Three-pointer. Oh, again! Toronto with a triple.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
And for the Heat, they're shooting just 21% from the floor. Outside Richardson. Back to Butler. Over Barrett. Tried to bank it in, but it misses. Toronto's gone 2 for 2 from deep here in the third. Fires the three. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
And they're refusing to take a break, even with a nice lead. They just continue to attack. You have to love it.
Yeah, to put together this kind of performance at both ends of the floor on the road, it's impressive. That halftime break didn't seem to do them any favors, starting off the second half with 3 straight misses. That's a perfect 4 for 4 to open up the second half. Couldn't have asked for a better start after the break.
Stan, you coached so many rookies over the years. What are some key things you like to see from a player coming into the league?
Well, look, you've got to have a guy, Brian, that's ready to compete at that level and has to bring that every night. From there, it's just all about learning. There's going to be mistakes, but you want guys who can learn and improve at a consistent rate.
Is it true that defense is the fastest way into the coach's heart?
Well, it's certainly a way to gain confidence, that's for sure.
Hero, no good.
Well, his shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one. Dick's got 14 points.
It's been a perfect start coming out of the half. I mean, you have to really love the execution.
Pass to Richardson. They need this. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
Pass to Pirtle. This one for 3. And again, Toronto with a triple.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Outside Richardson. Outside Butler. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Now well into his 30s. Is it fair to start wondering how many seasons Jimmy Butler has left, Grant?
Well, it's a fair question, B.A. But at the same time, Jimmy's hunger is just so different than everybody else's, which I could see helping prolong his career.
2 shots.
He misses the free throw. Well, Stan, you coached against some really tough players in your day. Where does Jimmy Butler stand right now? What makes him Jimmy Butler?
Well, I think, Brian, he's just a great competitor. He wants to take on the biggest challenges when he's on the defensive end, and on offense, he is willing to attack anyone. Well, one thing that's never in doubt, the level of effort you're going to get from Jimmy Butler on a nightly basis.
Here's Abaji. And again, Toronto with a triple.
Credit them for making the right halftime adjustments.
Well, sometimes you just make shots, but they've certainly come out on a tear here in the third quarter.
Hero against Quickly. It's Hero on the take, and he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Well, there he is showing off his speed. Hero cuts to find the basket.
And again, Toronto with a triple.
Here in the second half, they've just found better shots.
Yeah, they've looked really in sync after the break. Getting the shots they want and converting them.
Here's Toronto now. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Oh, got that bucket in no time at all. Mitchell's got 21 points in the game.
His three-point mechanics have been flawless. Get him a clean look from deep, and he'll bury him.
Hero outside. Let's go with a 3. And a great assist by Butler as that one goes. Hero's got 5 points in the quarter.
In full-on catch-up mode, they're raining threes right now.
Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Pirtle, the pass to Mitchell. Here's Abaji. And the Raptors, another 3.
And not only is he putting up the numbers, but he's doing it at a very efficient rate. Exactly when his team needs it.
Hero for 3. No good that time. And so it's the Toronto Raptors showing no mercy and just piling it on, looking dominant and focused right now. They've done well to disrupt the opposition, playing inspired defense. We'll be back in a moment. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
Yeah, it's pretty to watch. It's great to have so many big men in the NBA who can dish it like this.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. Setting the floor for Miami. Kevin Love out there with Bam Adebayo. Then there's Josh Richardson. Then it's Jaime Jaquez. And it's Rozier in at the point.
Well, that's where Jaquez is most effective, when he's attacking off the dribble.
Abaji, the pass to Mitchell. Buries it from 3. He's got 24.
And he's not taking it easy on them at all. I mean, we all know he's going to keep pouring it on.
And defensively, that kind of effort is just not going to cut it.
Here's Rozier. And the layup falls.
Phenomenal at creating scoring opportunities for himself. Rozier with a merciless dribble move.
Here's Battle from outside the arc. And the Raptors, another 3.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
Rozier from outside. Rebound Toronto. Battle's got 4 rebounds now. 4-3. That one's good. Mitchell making the play. Mitchell's got 5 assists tonight.
They're really employing a deep range initiative here in the fourth, and it's working.
Yeah, it's always a little risky to lean this hard on the three-point shot, but when you're knocking him down, you might as well keep riding.
Rozier outside. 6 on the shot clock. Takes a 3. Abaji with a rebound. For Toronto, they've gone a perfect 3 for 3 here in the fourth. Bobo. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot 1 more at the line. And we all know about Stan the analyst and Stan the coach, but when you played in college, what was your game like, Stan?
Hey, Brian, I had the game that would get you beat as a coach. I will say my greatest strength was this. I was never once accused of overpassing.
The black hole. That is Stan Van Gundy. And that one misses. Granted, it seems like teams today are much more data-driven than in years past.
Yeah, I agree, B.A. It's much more sophisticated. And, of course, coaches and executives are still watching the games and forming their gut opinions. But now those impressions can be cross-checked with the numbers.
Pass to Battle. Launches it. Fires in the triple. Battle's got 9 points here in the second half.
They're simply not missing. Unreal.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
There's the drive. Shed, that's good. Shed's gotten his first bucket of the night.
Like a matador. Olé! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
Hero, and it's good. Off the back of the rim and in. Hero's got 5 points in the quarter.
Yeah, just a flick of a wrist. Tyler Hero with the scorer's mindset.
Here's Shed. Oh, again, Toronto with a triple.
Well, that's a shot you don't mind him taking. Gets a good look and trusts his shot to knock down the 3.
Takes one from 10 feet, and that one's long. Here's Toronto with the ball. They're on a 19-7 run.
foul. Judge, that's his first personal foul. Second team foul.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going so far for Toronto.
Well, they've really been sharing the basketball. All coaches talk about that, try to get their teams to do it. It's really great when you see it in action.
And also, attacking in transition has been working for them. I mean, credit them for running the break well and being opportunistic.
And he drops it first. One of the biggest challenges for coaches these days, Stan, is roster turnover. How do you deal with the player movement?
Well, look, Brian, it's to be expected, first of all. And second of all, every year starts new. You start from square one every year, and you build it. And if you make an in-season deal, you start over again from square one and build it up.
Here's Richardson. Fernando grabs the miss. Richardson's gone 1 for 4 from the field. Hero left side. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Here's Toronto with the ball. They're on a 20-7 run.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Raptors.
A pair of tremendous rebounding teams.
And these guys played a little harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And they really wanted this one. It pushes their win total up to 21.
And with just one game left to play between them, they've captured the first 2 meetings of the year.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Davion Mitchell.
Well, offensively, they needed him to be aggressive, and he delivered. What a game.
Watch Butler.
To the inside. From 9 feet out, got a piece of it. Pass to Mitchell. Here's Shed. Three-pointer. And book it, Fernando.
This has to feel good. They gave their fans a show and secured the W.
Yep, the crowd gets to go home feeling good about the win tonight. Their team looked impressive.
Butler, good.
Well, I think the kids would say Jimmy was in his bag, right?
Here's Abaji. Pass to Shed. Fires from deep. Oh, again, Toronto with a triple.
Leaving nothing to chance. This run shutting the door on them.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
So, no problem for Toronto as they get the win. Boy, they were something special to watch tonight, and the crowd loving every second of it.
It's always a great feeling when you play this well for your fans. This team really showed what it's capable of.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson signing off. And as we leave you, here's a look at our player of the game, Davion Mitchell.